Sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody. We had some issues with our mics. We got it worked out temporarily. So as you can see, we're in the middle of a match here. Looks like there's just over 30 seconds left in the round.
Looks
yeah.
The red team is CC, and blue in this case is going to be Queen's University.
As you can see, we, the Tigers, are on attack this round, and they have captured the first two checkpoints, and they're halfway to the final and third checkpoint. They only have 15 seconds to get there, however, so it looks like this push they're making right now is going to be their last chance at capturing the final point.
They do have one ultimate to push with, but University also has one ultimate to kind of stop them as well. Those ultimates don't really match up against each other in any given way, so it'll be interesting to see whether it actually makes a difference. Right now we're spectating Maple, who is our star Hammond player.
Yeah.
Hammond's the newest character to the game, and generally a very big annoyance.
Yes, as we can see, the Tigers are making pretty good headway here in overtime. They have to stay on the point in order to keep the clock going. As soon as one of them leaves or as soon as there's no more Tigers on the point, they will run out of time and lose the round. However, it looks like they're doing a pretty good job staying on. However, Queen's Genji just used his ultimate to clear off the point.
The Hammond
and
with 2 kills with his ultimate.
Maple was almost able to get back onto the point, but not quite in time. So.
That is what we call in the business a C9. Cloud9.
Why is it called a Cloud9?
Professional team who did that 3 times in a single set.
Did what exactly?
Didn't get on the point when they very much could.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, they just like fell off the point in overtime? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, what would we call that, a situation of that?
He was swinging around, and he was not CC'd in any way.
Yeah.
That would be crowd control. So he was not stopped from getting on the point. Just
yeah, Brian, if we can be in the gameplay scene. Okay, cool. It's the 30-second delay. Cool.
Love it.
All right, so it looks like Queens will be attacking now. The Tigers will have a chance to defend. You can see Queens has an Anna, Brigitte. I really don't like the way her name is supposed to be pronounced.
It's Brigitte, it's Swedish.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
It looks
Hanzo.
like Queens is going for a very different attack composition for
yeah.
their team.
Strange.
They're going for the Ryan Zarya, which is a very, what's called a death ball. It's very brawly and kind of in the face of the enemy team. It'll be very good to push through that first choke. That first point there is can be a little difficult if you don't know how to get through it. But yeah, I'm not sure that their strategy versus the dive that CC was utilizing, where you dive the enemy's backline and try and get a few picks, will be more or less effective on this map. We'll have to see. Especially with the dive defense from CC again. Thankfully, Michaksu's Diva is able to fairly well counter this annoying Pharah that's kind of hovering above the team, raining down damage. Diva's defense matrix is her main strength.
We have RKT playing Junkrat, trying to lay out some precautionary rounds, I guess. Trying to, let's see.
And Maple, as always, being annoying to the enemy's backline.
He's very good at that. In fact, I believe he was ranked 30th tank in the world recently? Is that true?
Maybe he was 30th tank.
30th tank or 30th Hammond?
Yeah, one of the two.
Either way, it's extremely impressive.
Yeah.
He's one of the best in the world at what he does on that hero, which is
incredibly annoying and disrupt the enemy team. Which,
yeah.
You know, as much as that sounds like a minor thing, that disruption can be huge, especially in a team game.
Yeah.
If you can stop the enemy from doing what they need to do in any situation, it's incredibly valuable.
Yeah, at the higher tier of gameplay, which is where we are right now, coordination is such a huge deal, and when you have somebody like Maple that can just destroy a team's coordination, it makes a really big difference.
abilities was enough to at least take out Michael. But Confidence does get off the resurrect on Diva.
Sugar Free getting some nice picks from the background as Widow looking for a shot over the wall. Ooh.
That was close.
Alright, we have, let's see, who's up front right now? Diva's hanging out on point around the choke point. That's Michaksu playing Diva.
Queen's University is at a fairly significant advantage right now, actually. They just used one ultimate and they still have 4 in the bank, whereas CC only has 3 ultimates available. Ultimates sometimes alone can win fights for you. So
very true, very true. And Maple also used his proximity mines. Wiki using, Wiki was powered up, I believe, up until just now.
Got the nano boost from Ana.
The Tigers did a good job.
Managing to hold the line, but they are out of ultimates now. So one good Pharah ult from behind could be this point.
Yeah, Michaksu's gonna have to. Oh, dude, I was about to say Michaksu's gonna have to be careful, and he wasn't quite able to catch that ultimate by Farah. Fell to it. I believe Michaksu actually died. Yeah, I believe Michaksu actually died though. Not just got out of mech.
Yeah.
And to be trying to get a pick on the Farah doesn't quite get it.
CC is now down 4 people.
Wiki just used Hammer Down and doesn't look like he got any picks with it. RKT just gets Zarya, which is a pretty good use of his Riptire. Just killed Farah with a trap also, which is pretty nice.
Still a good stall on CC's part.
Yeah. 20
15
seconds.
seconds left at this point.
Yeah, Dorado.
No small feat.
Yeah, the first point on Dorado is when it does get captured, it gets captured fairly quickly. I would say. They just used Nano Boost to guarantee that they got this checkpoint.
I'm not sure that was actually necessary.
I don't think it was necessary either. They might regret that in a few seconds as they try to push around the corner for the second point, but we'll see how quickly they can rebuild it.
Both Diva and Hammond come up on their ults.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, ultimates are those little percentages in the top right and top left. They are a character's strongest abilities generally, and they will be able to swing fights in one team's favor very easily.
Yeah, and each hero has their own very, very unique ability that they serve all kinds of different purposes, from giving your team extra health or extra damage, or maybe laying out some area damage all at once in a very high amount that will kill people.
Kind of harassing CC's backline.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Maple doesn't need a whole lot of support on Hammond due to his shielding ability, but that harassment could have easily spelled a very bad time for...
Yeah, and Herdic is still just being an annoyance up there, getting in their face when they're trying to... Ooh. Oh, Diva Bomb. Hammond somehow avoided... Oh no, that was Michaksu's. Okay. That was going to be really impressive if it was someone else's.
Thankfully, oh goodness. Alright. Ult economy is huge here. This fight might be a little difficult for CC once again. They're really not close to any ults except for the one they already have, which is Mercy's.
Which isn't going to be... if she stays alive through Blue using their ults, that would be nice, but...
Get that resurrect.
Yeah, the enemy Widowmaker, if you didn't notice, picked off our Widowmaker, which is just a lot less DPS on our side. You see the Queens just used all of their ultimates for this push. That was an amazing Graviton Surge. Captured both of our supports, they're both down. In fact, most of our team is down right now. Maple's still trying to contest, stay alive, keep this point off of the checkpoint. Yeah, just give his team some time to get back. He's still doing it. He's still alive, still contesting. Blue team actually pushed forward past the point, and they haven't quite gotten the checkpoint yet. It looks like they might C9, as you said.
Thankfully for them, they did get back.
Maple was able to stall long enough to give the rest of his team time to get back to the point, which was huge.
There goes the Mercy though, but Anna does have her new. Slightly misused lack of communication there. He did.
Did he miss it?
No, he didn't miss it. He hit it on the D.Va who just used her ultimate, which
yeah, I didn't catch that. Oh, Heretic just using his ultimate to
try and take this point.
And it looks like they're going to do it as Maple falls. And that's going to be the second checkpoint for Queens.
They have a minute and a half to make it to where
not quite
standing right there.
Yeah, not quite the third checkpoint. They just need to make it as far as the Tigers made it when they were attacking. So that's the interesting thing about payload maps. Is you don't really have to get 100%. You just have to get further than your opponents got when they tried. It's
getting a little rough for CC. I think they've lost 4 people at this point.
Very quickly too in the push.
Maple's going in with ult. Looks like he's waiting for a chance to drop it on the point.
And what's really in the Tigers' advantage, in their favor here, is time. Queens only has 45 seconds, so they need to stay on the point basically for the rest of the match and get it to that yellow zone you saw outlined just outside the third checkpoint.
And the big thing about payload maps, especially, the attacking team really can't use the payload, whereas the defending team kind of has free range, especially at this point in the match. It's actually a good strategy generally to leave the point, go get kills, and then come back and push it once the fight's over. But in this situation, they really can't go off. I mean, they have 11 seconds left, and then after that, they just have to be on the payload the whole time, which means that CC can really play around them. That is kind of the big thing about payload maps and why it is generally defender advantage.
Now we're in overtime. Queens has to keep a player on the checkpoint at all times in order to win this. Heretic using his ultimate, getting confidence. Also,
taken out by Trigger.
That was a big kill by Trigger Free there.
Queen is down right now in terms of numbers. Looks like they're going to go down even further.
Looks like this fight's about to be over, and the Tigers got a team kill to finish it off on defense. If you can hear the celebration in the background, you see how intense that match was. It was very, very close. I believe Queen's University is a pretty good team. I'm not positive what their average ranking is, but I believe this person right here, Wiki, I believe has been in top 500 at some point, which is
yeah, we saw the top 500 icon earlier.
Yeah, and that's huge. I mean, top 500 players in North America or in the world?
Yeah,
North America, I believe. Yeah. But that's huge. We have one top 500 player as well, Maple, as we mentioned earlier, who did 20,000 hero damage.
I want to say
did he fall?
Is as well.
He got Grandmaster. I don't think he's hit top 500.
I don't think this season. I thought he had last season, but I could be wrong on that.
I didn't hear about that. I don't know. We have some really good players. I think these are both some really good teams. It'll be interesting to see if they end up matching up against each other later on in the preseason for the TESPA series. That'd be really cool. Pretty unlikely, as that's just probably generated through a much different process.
All right, I'm gonna go make sure I'm not setting
Sure. Yeah. Thank you for providing your insight.
Absolutely.
As a player.
I will probably send someone else in after me.
Cool. We're gonna get another special guest in a few minutes. In the meantime, just sit tight. We're gonna wait for the teams to choose the next map. It's most likely going to be, I guess, probably like a control point or a King of the Hill, something that's not just straight up payload. They like to switch up the map types. So, for those unfamiliar with the game, if any of you are watching, let's see. Let us know how it sounds in the next map. Oh, yeah, that is you, isn't it? Okay. So I haven't really been able to look at chat until just now. Cool. Nepal. All right, we're playing on Nepal next. That's a control point. King of the Hill? King of the Hill map, actually, yeah. Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see what the team comps end up being. We have our new guest commentator here. This is welcome. Take a seat. Take your headset. This is Tian Lee. Goes by. Do you go by Big Buster right now?
Big Buster's missing my name.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Oh, important phone call.
I'm gonna call my friends.
Nice. Okay.
How many viewers we have?
We have 11 viewers right now. So this is Big Buster 123. He's a player on the Overwatch team as well. Main DPS or tank right now? Off tank? Yeah. Okay. So plays a lot of off tank. Plays some other roles. Yeah. But yeah. So just basically, if you can just give us some of your insight and analysis throughout the match. You know, you're more familiar with the players and what they're best at than I am. Yeah, so we appreciate having you. It's a cool opportunity. We might start doing things like this more often. We do have two set shoutcasters, which is myself and Brian Leach, who, yeah, he's waving. He's driving the camera throughout the stream because our primary person for that role is not available today.
I'm commentating on. I got subbed out, so I'm commentating on just the game that's going on. You just pop in and watch me. Wait,
we made it.
Tell Stowe as well.
Nice. All right, so yeah, we're gonna be on Nepal here. Looks like the teams are going to be the same players for each team. Do you happen to know the ranks of the other team? Can we check them real quick,
I'm pretty
Brian?
sure there is at least one. There's one GM Widow. There
if you go to the game, yeah.
Say what?
One GM Widow.
There's one GM Widow.
What?
There's a 3200, 3500. I'm not exactly sure what else.
Okay, I believe Wiki there has been top 500 at some point. Is that maybe the GM Widow?
I think it might be. Well,
'Cause
although
at one point-
he was playing Ryan last round, so.
Oh, was he?
He was, yeah.
I noticed he had a top 500 player icon earlier.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
So I'm not sure what he earned that on.
Oh, look at CC repping those Tigers.
Yes.
Gotta love that.
Looks like they got the Angel or Mercy player icons going on there for the most part. It kind of bothered me. Last match, the player on the other team by the name of Mercy only did not play Mercy. They had another player playing Mercy. And yeah, I don't know if any of you caught that. It just bothered me a little bit, but it's all good. It's all good. They can make their choices as they do, even if they're not true to word. It's fine. All right, we have, let's see, player being subbed in, it looks like, on the Queens. We have Edzu being swapped out for somebody. They have quite a few players spectating the lobby, I guess.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I'm not sure what the plan is for them, or why they have all the players in the lobby right now, but it looks like they just are subbing out players as they go. They also took out, who'd they take out?
Hello.
They're subbing in NRRC and Achilles for Edzu and somebody who left, and I forgot their name already because I have the brain of a squirrel. Yeah, so we have two new players come in for Queens, whereas the Tigers lineup is going to stay the same for this match, I think. They didn't say they're subbing anyone in this match, right?
I believe not, no.
Okay. All right, looks like we're about to get started here. Going to be on this King of the Hill map, Nepal, as I mentioned earlier. We got 16 viewers. Awesome.
Hey, nice.
3.8. Okay, thank you in chat. So the average SR of the Queen's University team is about 3,800, which is pretty high. That's solidly in Masters.
Is this Queens in New York?
It's Queen's University of Charlotte. I should clarify that.
Okay.
Queen's University of Charlotte, North Carolina. But they have a solid team. 3,800 average is no joke. That's
true. Yeah,
that's
true.
Within the range of reaching Grandmaster average. What would you say our average is right now?
Probably 3,500.
Yeah, I would say
around that. Yeah.
Which is
ooh, the disrespect.
oh,
wow, look at that.
That's 300 SR is a pretty significant gap, though, and the fact that we just took that last match off him is, I would say, pretty impressive.
I would say rather impressive.
Should make
actually.
us feel pretty good about our team.
Him and Max, also in-gamer name Maple, pulled off some quite nice plays with his bombs.
Yeah,
you see during this scrimmage, I don't really know what's happening. I don't know why they're not playing. But,
yeah, I don't know why this is skirmish going
they're just
on
having
right
a little fun.
Why is it skirmishing though? Waiting for players. Who's not loaded in? Wait, they're all loaded in. What is happening? I'm confused. What? I would commentate the skirmish, but there's not really much use.
Yeah, not much going on here.
Yeah, so I don't know what to tell you, folks. Looks like they're just skirmishing for a minute before the match starts. I don't know if there was some kind of issue on the part of starting the match, but it looks like it. We're back in the lobby now. Yeah,
so
LOL, sorry.
Should I be commenting on this or on that?
Comment on this.
Okay.
This is a 30-second delay or
okay.
so. So yeah, this is like live.
Mitigate any foul play.
Yeah, I mean, not really, because they have 45 seconds, and so they could still see. I don't know why our delay is chosen the way it was, but it, you know.
You check out what the other team.
It's just a scrim where nobody's going to be, I don't think, on either side pressing charges for screen cheating or anything for this.
True.
Not that that should be an issue. I think we all have a pretty good honor system in the esports community for the most part. So especially here. Tien, you're still a little quiet. Apparently.
Am I?
Apparently.
How
Did
is
you come up a little
this?
since that comment? Okay.
Okay, awesome.
Oh, we got Dog in chat. Dog is a player on the other team. Oh, that's who was subbed out. Yes, Dog and Edzu were subbed out on Queens for Achilles and NRRC. I really don't know how to refer to.
And it looks like
that
Queens is
player.
going with an interesting decision here. They're going with only a Hammond.
Interesting.
With 3 DPS, 3 dive DPS. Actually, no, they have a D.Va as well, actually. So
looks
kind
just
of
like
a little spin on your classic dive.
Yeah. Oh, or just a classic dive.
That's
as
true,
they
yeah.
switch that Hammond off to a Winston.
Looks like Colorado College is coming in with a Rhine and a Hammond. We'll see how that works out for them. It's an interesting combo of main tank and off tank.
Yeah, you don't see very often, but obviously Maple being so good on Hammond, they're gonna try to use it in any way they can, even if it makes it comp a little bit.
I'm able to hear you. Is that?
You're not supposed to. I mean, hopefully you can hear me a little bit through your headset, but maybe take off your other like that station. Your away from your mouth. I see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So as we continue King of the Hill here, RKT just got a nice pick on Queen's Winston, which is big. Taking care of a tank is always going to be a big deal in any kind of fight. Obviously, the tanks are just going to be the foundation of a team when they're making any kind of attack, any kind of push. So, Winston pushing in while charged up. It looks like really off the lane. He's dropped that Hammond Maple, that is. Getting 2 picks, getting both of their supports.
Got a strange glitch going on here with Moira's ult.
Wait, what happened?
She was ulting, there was no actual animation for her.
Oh, that's really odd. Maple got 3 kills in that push. Did a really great job thwarting Queens' efforts there.
Now it looks like RKT is pushing back to maybe find a tire in the back line.
It does look like he's about to do that, yeah. So he's going to try to stop this push before it even starts.
It's probably going to ult right about now, I would say. Yeah, there it is.
Ideally, there's that tire.
Okay, coming through the back, he's waiting for the perfect target.
This is really a great point for Hammond. I would say, as somebody who dabbles very, very infrequently on Hammond, just because you can latch onto that column in the center and swing in circles on the point indefinitely, which is probably stupid, but very fun.
True. It seems as if Colorado College is going to take this first point. They have at least 2 ults coming in, while the enemy team has practically nothing.
Wow, Queens used all of their ults on that last push. They don't have any more time to get more. point, as you can see up top, is at 98%. Queens could contest it and theoretically could come back, capture it, but it's not looking very.
Maple comes in the back line.
And this is a really solid round for the Tigers. There really wasn't even much to analyze, as they just kind of dominated the whole round.
It's true.
Honestly.
It's true.
Whoa there.
It's because Mercy only isn't playing Mercy.
Seems Dog can answer some of our questions about their team.
Yeah, sure, that'd be great. What kind of questions do we have? Why isn't Mercy only playing Mercy? That's my question, I guess.
Yeah, number one question.
That's just a personal thing. I see that name and I want to see a Mercy for consistency's sake. No, so your average star is 3,800. That's cool. Have you guys competed in TESPA before, in any TESPA tournaments? Like, how long has your team been established?
5, 4, 3.
Is it not Queen's University Charlotte?
1. Round.
It is the Queen's University in Ontario. Who told me Charlotte? You told me Charlotte, didn't you, Brian? Ah, I apologize. I was mistaken in saying several times that it was Queen's University of Charlotte.
Seems
North Carolina.
RKT here actually seems like all of Colorado College is going to go straight to point, leaving Queens with the high ground. Oh, so looks like they're down here.
The Tigers.
Now looks like they're going to brawl it out straight on point.
Yeah, this will be really interesting. So, I mean, the result of this fight is going to determine who captures the point first, which is obviously a huge factor in the round.
You see that Brigette got picked by Colorado College just because she seemed a little bit out of position. That was a huge pick at the beginning of that fight.
It was, and you can see the Tigers just keep getting picks as Queens just kind of is trickling in right now. Which
No, that was the last cleanup.
was that the cleanup of the first push? Okay.
I think so, which is actually great for them because it staggers their team a little bit more.
Yeah. Let's see. So it's Queen's University of Ontario, Canada. So my apologies for that. Queen's team played in one test tournament before, but they are mostly new players. So oh wow, this is actually their first time playing as a team.
Coming in with clutch convalescence inside of CC.
Is there no animation?
Yeah, it seems like the animation doesn't want to play.
That's weird. Queens looks like they're getting a couple of good picks here on the Tigers. They got a couple players in that grab. We've got our Creed, well, Michaku got 3 kills? Yeah, did he just get 3 kills?
I'm not sure.
Michaku doing a great job on Reinhardt. He's notorious for his first I would say. Ooh, Conqueror got hit by a fire strike from Wiki. No problem though, as he didn't take it out. Cameron coming in.
The Colorado College is moving back to the point, letting the team push them.
Yep, and looks like, you know, I question Queens' choice of having a pharmacy here on this point, as there's really very few.
Ooh, and a fat shatter comes in right on point. Because pretty much all of that up.
Supplements it by however, the Tigers aren't quite out of this fight.
Looks like they might be able to persist here.
Yeah, several key players stayed alive there. Good picks. Maple's still alive, trying to contest point, get him off a bit. 99% here, so Queens has to keep the player off point. It's not going to be able to do that if the Tigers clean him up and get a sweep
Good stuff.
for this round. So okay, yeah. So this is Queens' first time playing with this roster. Are you out, team? All right. Okay. All right. So yeah, that was a great match for CC. They didn't give up either point once. They maintained both points on both rounds for 100%. Without relinquishing control, which is huge. Wiki gets the card there for most team damage. Is that it? Are we not playing best of 3? Or oh, that would be best of 3, isn't it? We won both matches. That was really quick. All right. Well, Colorado College Tigers, despite the difference in skill rating there being about 300 lower on average than the Queens team, The Tigers have been practicing together for over a month now, very consistently. They practice several hours, several times a week. You can see that team chemistry really makes an impact, considering they just swept Queen's University, despite being. Are we playing more? I saw best of luck to y'all. So. Oh, do they? Is it best of 5 then? Oh, we have a new guest. We're not done. Yay. Cool. Is it locked? Yo, it slides, Max? Slides, yeah. Although now it's difficult to slide because you were pulling on it. Oof, what did you do? It should slide very smooth. Yes, we got Max in here. All right, this is the star of the team, as we mentioned earlier, kind of. So this is Maple. That's his in-game name. He plays Hammond primarily. Yeah, that's your headset.
Oh, sweet.
You noticed him doing a lot throughout those 2 matches. He spent a lot of time on the point, spent a lot of time making sure they didn't have time on the point, doing a great job at that. So do you want to just introduce yourself, talk about your progress and how you've developed with Hammond over the last few weeks? Because I know this has kind of come relatively quickly.
Yeah, so I don't know. They just released this new character, and at first I thought he was the stupidest thing ever. Right? It's like a hamster and a ball running around. Like
Yeah.
that's so dumb.
A bit
But,
outlandish.
yeah. So then
for
finally I
Overwatch.
picked up the character, and I was like, wow, this is just so fun. Like I love characters who can go in and disrupt and like deal a lot of damage and stuff.
Yeah.
So this was like a perfect opportunity. So I just played him as much as I could, and just he's not a super popular character. So as you can see, like teams really aren't prepared.
equipped.
Yeah, they don't know how to play around it at all. So
For sure.
yeah,
Is this
it's been the general strategy.
Well, I mean, yeah, you did a great job. Like,
Thanks.
I commend you. So he's being swapped out. Obviously, he's not playing since he's in here spending time with us. We have Swanky Tiger, who you just, well, I don't know if you saw him, but that was Tian Lee, who was just in here talking with me during the last match. He will now be playing in this match. Looks like Queens is keeping the same roster they had for the last match. Achilles, NRC, Mercy Only, which isn't true, Heretic, Wiki, and King Sim. Probably the most notable player I would say so far has been Wiki, who played tank throughout both those matches, I believe, and really had some good plays there, but his team wasn't really able to capitalize off of those. You know,
I
he
feel
had
like
some
we
good
were-
shatters.
Yeah, Michael and I together did a pretty good job, I felt like, of keeping their healers and their backline kind of separate from their front line. So
Yeah.
even though Wiki and
Definitely.
I think a lot of times he looked a little out of place because I don't think he had played against Hammond very much, but he
Yeah.
seemed to be much further in while their healers were occupied,
Sure.
which gave our backline a chance to, just kill him. So we effectively just split their team in half and then dealt with each half separately and didn't have too much trouble
Yeah.
with it. So
Especially not in that last match. I mean,
Yeah,
that
that was-
match lasted like less than 10 minutes, it felt like,
Yeah.
in both rounds. Just had one of our players saying hi through the window up there. We're in a little booth in the corner of the same room that our team plays in, so it's a nice little setup here. Looks like the next map is going to be Kings Row, I guess. It's what they have selected there,
Yeah,
so
I
it looks
think
like
they're
that's what
gonna
they're
play
playing.
Kings Row here.
And sure enough,
Now
Kings
entering
Row would be
Kings
a
Row.
hybrid map, yeah. So the initial objective for the attacking team is to capture a control point relatively close to their spawn. Once they capture that control point, it releases the payload, and from that point on, they have to move the payload and progress through multiple checkpoints to the final checkpoint, which is right outside of the defending team's spawn. So yeah, it's just a combination of the 2 types of play we saw before, if you're unfamiliar with these objective game modes. It looks like the Tigers are picking a interesting... Okay, how do you define that comp there? We have a Hanzo, Ana, Widowmaker...
yeah, so they're going a pretty classic, for Queens here, they're going kind of the classic. Kings Row is one of the original maps where Ryan Zarya is super strong. So you'll see both teams are running a Ryan Zarya.
Yeah.
That's because just on this map, there's a lot of tight corridors. You can kind of very easily get your Reinhardt up into brawling distance.
They both have a Brigitte as well.
Yeah, and then Brigitte, of course, just goes. She's generally just the best character in the game, and on top of that, she works really well with this comp. So definitely a Brigitte, because a big thing that the team needs to be able to get down is hitting the Brigitte shield bash on the Rein. So the big ultimate that normally turns fights in this comp is going to be Rein's Earth Shatter. But of course that can be blocked by the other Rein's shield. And so the key coordination that we're hopefully going to see here is Brigitte shield bashing Rein to get rid of his shield, and then followed by a shatter to wipe the team.
That'd be really nice to see pulled off.
Yeah, so that's going to be pretty critical to either team winning here. It's going to be a question of who can really do it and whether these snipers can get value.
Defend objective A.
Everyone ready? Let's do it.
Alright, so the match gets kicked off here. We have Sugar Free trying to get an early pick at Widowmaker. See it, but they're just going to push through that initial focus point pretty quickly with the Reinhardt. However, Zarya for Queen picked off our Reinhardt, which is huge. That's most of the protection our front line has. So losing that, the Tigers are going to have to pull off and just wait for him to respawn and get back up to the front to give them some more cover for this push. Reinhardt being back in play, Mitaku up on the front line. They're going to try once more to push past this statue and get onto the point. We see really just all out brawl at this point, as tends to happen during the season.
Time to read my
No one.
He's getting a lot of support in there while he's just kind of swinging the hammer. So whoever's Reinhardt goes down first.
Surrender to my will.
Yeah.
So very critically for CC is we need to get some snipers. We just got one. But unfortunately they're getting robbed. So,
Yeah.
we'll see if they swap off the snipers here and try sticking with this for picks.
Yeah, NRRC got a couple good picks with her ultimate there.
And then, of course, CC does have almost all of their ults. However, Queens has the Earth Shatter. So CC has to be really careful here to not overcommit with their ultimates and get hit with the
Yeah.
Oh, so unfortunately their grab just got Oh, but the other Zarya also
Oh, hit it
Fights pretty
wall there, yeah. There's
yeah,
always
CC,
very
they can
tough.
literally get good picks. Looks like they're gonna push it in.
They
And now
really
the
need to
Ryan
take
said
care
they
of
really
that.
don't have to be worried at all about the Earth Shatter, so
Yeah.
this should be a fight for CC.
As long as NXP can keep our Reinhardt alive, lay out enough support. I think Tigers really need to watch. They looks like they've been charging their Zarya.
Yeah, I mean that kind of happens.
Yeah.
Sure. Looks like he managed to coalesce
Getting
him going down.
It's huge.
Yeah, that's definitely not great. But they did get 2 ticks, and now they have the Earth Shatter coming. So the critical thing is going to just be potentially for the Widow here is that when they push up, there we can see Arcade got a kick on the Hanzo. Because CC has an advantage here, that's going to be pretty critical.
Sure. We did just lose Zarya, but she'll be
back fast
much quicker than the Hanzo, yeah.
My ultimate.
Arcade's using the wall there, trying to get a pick.
It's really going to rely on
Yeah, and the Tigers just got pulled into a pretty good grab, but only one of them fell to it.
Alright, so they're going to have to regroup really fast.
Yeah, they only have 30
they just got
seconds.
the ultimate combo, so looking at the enemy team, they now only have the Moira Coalescence and a Diva Bomb.
Whereas we still have, we have our grab and our Earth Shatter, so ideally we'll be able to do to them what they just did to us, wipe them off the point.
Very hopefully here. Let's see, it's going to depend a lot on whether the Zarya is they should be throwing Earth Shatter right, or grab right here.
Yeah, and really just waiting
of not getting
for...
it by the Diva.
Yeah, that's true. You were there, the bomb. She'll stay alive for that Diva bomb. Earth Shatter.
Big shatter here, close the nano.
Doesn't get any, well, it didn't not
so
long.
CC, they're really just
Not
struggling
pretty.
to coordinate their ults correctly and hit that big Ryan
Score
freaking shatter that we were looking
0
for.
to 0.
And then on top of that, their
Switching
Moira, or the Queens' Moira, got a lot of value off of her ult every fight.
Yeah,
So I think
that's
those
true.
were the two
That's
big
true.
factors there that led to this first point.
I did notice that the Tigers rarely were able to kill any of Queens' tanks.
Yeah.
The Zarya and the Reinhardt and the Diva, they all stayed alive throughout almost all of those fights.
Yeah, the Moira was really getting a lot of value, and
Yeah.
we weren't seeing quite as big anti-heal nades as we have seen in the previous games from
and
Colorado.
we noticed that Trigger Free stayed as Widowmaker throughout most of that round, switching off to Pharah eventually.
Yeah,
but
I think the Pharah pick a little earlier there probably would have been better. They didn't have
I
too
think
much
so
to do
as
with
well. I
it.
think it would have helped with knocking out those tanks.
Yeah,
for
there was
sure.
definitely some improvement that could be had, but I think that's what this game is for. So.
Oh yeah, of course. And that was the first round that the Queen's University has
The government
won.
here.
They're coming together. We learned that this is their first time playing together as a team. So their average SR is around 3,800, just a little above ours, which is probably hovering around 3,500 by now.
Yeah.
So I've heard. But obviously, coordination and chemistry and organization is significantly more important than
I think
your
that's one of the big things that they
skill
were
rating.
struggling to have so much is it seemed like their supports were really kind of stuck out and without any help.
Yeah.
And so you can see this game when their supports are getting value and that
Damage
getting
increase. I will not waste this opportunity.
big coalescence, and that's where we see
Yeah.
Night.
We see CC. Oh god, you can't really say CCC that way. It doesn't really flow very well. All right, so we see the Tigers have a Junkrat, Vegeta, McCree, a significantly different. They have a totally different DPS than in the last round.
here for each team are going to be pretty similar, except this time the Vera is going to be looking to get value. In the area, get off the picks on the enemy back, or on CC's back. He's kind of doing now, disrupting, putting split shots on the Ana, while CC is going to be looking to have their McCree, shut down the Pharah, and they're looking to use Junkrat here to get a bit of an advantage in the brawls.
Which is, to me, that's a big question. The fact that Arya had last match, that I don't think Junkrat is really sufficient.
Yeah, that's going to be very critical for them to heal get on charge.
Yeah.
However, here we can just see the Pharah is doing pretty good
Against the Junkrat.
Yeah, Pharmacy against the Junkrat. The McCree was able to shut her down. I know they got one kill on her.
And of course, you know, they didn't know which heroes the other team was picking.
Yeah, not quite enough pressure there to really punish that first pick.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Play of the game.
Another Moira coalescence.
Yep.
Definitely.
Really made the
early
most
fights
of
for
those,
them.
yeah. This is from their first round. Lots of healing, lots of kills.
Double.
Yeah.
A lot of value. Yeah, there you go. 50% of damage taken from that
That's
Moira.
huge. Yeah, that's insane.
So, I mean, it wasn't. When
Also
you get that
notice-
much value from a single character, and 75%
75% average
yeah, so the
energy,
combination there was really...
Yeah, the Tigers were really just kind of feeding that Zarya throughout the match and weren't able to pick her off.
Yeah, so... good learning experience.
Narc? I don't know if there's an easier way to say that name than the four-syllable pronunciation of NRRC.
Yeah.
Are the Tigers swapping out some players here? Are we done?
I think that's the end of the series.
Wait, I'm confused. If it was best of 3, then we won before this match even happened.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I think they
Just
were playing it for
playing
fun.
more for the sake of playing.
I mean,
yeah, no,
it's
for
a
sure.
Scrims, so the whole thing's for practice. but
Yeah, no,
I think this was
definitely.
pretty validating for the CC team, definitely, in that
I
we
agree.
can beat some of the better teams out there.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, when it comes to the TESPA preseason coming up starting in just about a week, it'll be really interesting to see the skill level, of these other collegiate teams, because every college's program is operating so differently. Just fundamentally, there are differences in different universities' programs. Some programs have funding, some programs don't. Some programs are recognized as a sport, whether it's varsity or club, and some programs are just a student organization. Um, so that doesn't really have to impact how good a team can be. But it'll be interesting to see which teams, which schools have the better teams, and how we stack up. We've been putting a lot of focus on our Overwatch team over the past semester-ish, and especially throughout the beginning of this semester. Our team is really dedicated. They take things very seriously, and as an esports program, our school takes the team pretty seriously too, which is really nice. And I think that support from the school and from the program really does impact a team's performance in a lot of ways.
As we could see, that was, if I'm not mistaken, that was one of the better teams in the lineup. So we beat them pretty solidly. So I'm feeling pretty good about this upcoming season, and I definitely think the support from the school has been pretty impactful in terms of really amping us up.
Yeah, I would like to revisit Queens in the future at some point, whether that comes in the preseason through the brackets or that comes through scrimming them again in the future, just because their team hasn't had much time yet to play together,
to really gel,
to practice, to really
and that was
come
definitely
together.
Noticeable today. So
definitely evident. Just in these 3 matches, they obviously came together a bit more throughout those matches. So it'd be interesting to come back to them in a couple months, or maybe even just a few weeks, and see how we stack up against them now again.
Definitely, yeah.
Obviously things turned out differently in that 3rd match. A lot of things would go into that. It was a different objective type, but also it was after Queens had 2 games to figure things out. But also we lost on Hammond, which is a pretty significant loss, I would say.
Yeah.
So yeah, things are really interesting here for both programs, for the future of collegiate Overwatch.
Definitely,
it's exciting. Pence goes red. Yep. Penceworth is a CC player by the name of Marco. Well, I guess his name's Marco, and he goes by the name of Penceworth. Whatever. However you want to order that.
Yeah.
We have otherwise the same roster on the Tigers. I'm not sure who the Queens. I don't know their mascot. That would be really helpful. I really. Can we figure out Queens University's mascot? I should have figured that out much earlier, but I just keep saying Queens. It'd be easier to say. Ontario. The Bears, I guess. Boohoo the Bear. Wait, what does GAELS mean? What is a Gael? A Gaelic speaking person. Okay. The GAELS? Is it Gaelic? Gaelic, yeah. Okay, so the Irish-speaking people up there at Ontario. 5-minute break? Okay. Yep, 5-minute break for the teams.
Sweet. I'm just gonna go grab a drink real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Right
take
back.
your break. Thanks for coming in. Feel free to come back. Yeah, sure. It's up to you. We'd like to have you if you're not playing. I'm gonna grab a drink of water real quick from my little bag behind the scenes. Yeah, so ask me some questions, chat. Let's do a little Q&A in this 5-minute break. Because what else are we gonna do? We peaked at like 17 or 18 viewers, I think, at one point. I think we'll get significant improvement in viewing numbers once we get a consistent schedule. Peaked at what? I swear I saw like 16. Ah. Oh, okay. Well, I have 8 people watching right now. I think a couple of those are probably just players who have the stream open somewhere else. But if there's anyone who has any questions who's watching, please feel free to ask them. I would love to answer any questions about College's esports program, Overwatch team, whatever, ask about my personal life, and I'll talk about that too, except I probably wouldn't. We have 1,691 views total for our channel, looks like. That number's just slightly cut off for me there. Cool beans, cool beans. Oi, Intaby, how's it going, Intaby? I saw you in those matches, playing Ana, getting those sleep darts. I didn't notice any particular sleep darts, but I'm sure you got some. I have faith in you. Where's the closed parentheses in the title? Did we never close the parentheses? Oh, we noticed that earlier, but we didn't fix it. We noticed it and we talked about it, but you were doing something else at the time, I think. Aw, rest in peace. Can we change that in the middle of the... Does that change? Okay. We got that fixed. Thank you, Intaby. I appreciate that, Jonathan. Oh, okay. 9 viewers. We gained a viewer. What's up, dude? Or dudette. Or whatever you prefer. Welcome to the stream. We're taking a quick break. Got a couple more minutes here. The players are just shaking things off. Yo! Oh, it's the 30-second delay. We got to see him, and then, yeah. Alright, double digits. We got 10 viewers. What's up, everybody? Can we get rid of this little download thing? It's just cutting off my view of the numbers a little bit. Oh, we're going? We're going! Yay! We're playing on... Alright. Back into serious mode, although I don't have a very serious mode, just a warning. We got the same lineup, except for we have Pinchworth playing in for the Tigers. Pinchworth is a freshman, I believe, by the name of Marco. Looks like Edzu got subbed back in place of Wiki on the GAELS. Maple is coming back in here. Max is back with a vengeance, except for he's not playing, so he probably doesn't have any vengeance in him right now.
Yeah, not so much vengeance, but
excitement, enthusiasm.
Definitely some enthusiasm.
Yeah, we're playing on Horizon Lunar Colony, not Collery.
Oh boy.
This is going to be a control point map. 2 points. First point, second point. Obviously, you have to capture both points if you want to win as the attacking team. I mean, technically, you wouldn't have to capture both points to win, but...
Yeah, you just want to capture as many points as possible in 8 minutes.
Yep, hydroponics lab, the future of gardening, beautiful palm tree inside. It's going to be stomped on, though, pretty soon. These hydroponics aren't going to last much longer after this fight. It's unfortunate.
Let's take a look at these team comps. They've got... Diva, so they're going dive, it looks like. Yeah, dive versus...
Dive with a Widow. And,
yeah, dive with a Widow for the picks, and then CC is also going dive with
classic
a
dive,
Soldier. Just, I guess,
I mean, they have a Lucio
Soldier
also.
seems like a pretty weak pick here, but
Yeah.
normally a Soldier you want to be able to sit on the high ground and shoot down, so on defense he's not that bad. On offense, he's going to have to run up, and
Yeah.
if he can get where the Ana's standing now...
The control points being on the low ground.
Yeah, if he can get where the Ana's standing now, he will have some use, but it's going to be
difficult to
see
get
if
up
they
there.
can get the Soldier 76 into position.
Yeah. Maybe Pinchworth is just a really great soldier.
Oh yeah, just snipe the Widow.
Yeah.
Easy clap.
He's just gonna lead the Widow or the Zenyatta with those rockets and just hit him from all the way across the map. That's my projection.
Hopefully the CC dive can kind of control the Widow. And then they can survive the counter dive. We'll see how quick your enemies
RKT is going to get a deflect headshot kill on RC. Just kidding. Soldier gets picked.
kind of undefended back.
That might be the Grandmaster. Wait, they got a pick already?
Value in itself, yeah.
That was
straight to point. And
yeah. Mitaxu doing what he does. Dying. Not how I meant for that to go, but.
That's pretty the game works right now. Let's see if
Yeah,
Colorado
basically.
College here is going to end up running the Bridget. It looks like they're not going to be swapping the Bridget.
They need that speed boost.
Yeah, I was thinking the Ana. The Ana seems pretty defenseless here from a coordinated guy.
That's true. That's true.
One of the reasons Ana has become so powerful is because of the initial Bridget. Shuts her down quite well.
Close to
Soldier
getting the
is
second.
unfortunately still on the low ground.
Yeah, he's gonna do what he can from down here. Yeah, it was.
This is kind of what Soldier wants to do. Theoretically, he would be on the high ground, but it looks like he's getting these like
Yeah, as long as that Widow doesn't take him out, he's used to it. But that Widow, as we noticed in the very beginning, just doinked him, took him out of play.
adjust my heads a little easier. So here they're just looking for probably a nano blade, I would guess. Or just a big blade. They probably think that they have tempo.
Blade is, by the way, Genji's ultimate ability. Right now, kills on both the supports and Widowmaker immediately. That's huge. Oh, gets the neck. On the high ground. Well, died. Zenyatta ultimate using his ultimate just to stay on point. That's it, because
They're really just pulling draws.
yep. In the business stage would have to be. Yep.
Prioritization.
Wow. Yeah,
That blade just kind of carried that fight there.
It was absurd.
Spread them out all over. So.
Yeah, essentially RKT there he snuck behind the enemy team and was able to just. I mean, as soon as he popped his blade, he got those 3 kills.
Literally
it was just a boom boom. And when you take out half the team like that and all of their support, that's huge.
Yeah, and that led them into having a good stagger there to just clean up the point.
Yep,
So.
they weren't able to recover from it. They really just. It wasn't even a failure on their part. It was just there was no possibility to there's no possibility to recover
Queens
from
could have
that.
done better there is that they were really giving the Soldier a lot of space. So you could see a lot of times Soldier was kind of just standing off the side, not even on the high ground. And Monkey did knock him off the high ground that one time, but besides that, the Soldier is just getting a huge amount of value, and he's theoretically pretty hard countered by this comp. So
yeah, that's true.
We'll see if Queens ends up adapting here at all.
It looks like Queens pulls out a Brigitte.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense against the dive and powerful Genji of here. However, they do have this is interesting to see how the Soldier works out. I think that's ultimately going to be what's carrying fights here. Is whether this Widow can get the pick on the Soldier or if he can get.
I'm not your father. I'm not your father. I'm not your father.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
All right.
Hi.
We have the Golden Gales trying to. Well, they don't have a whole lot of time to do this.
Yeah, it's gonna be. They're probably gonna go for a drive push here. Have the Widow pick up some kills.
Trying to get a line of sight there from the very far back. GT being positioned almost primarily up on the top there. GT's doing a good job. Really yep. Trying for the Genji.
Oh, he hits him with the body shot, and now they get the that was pretty good for CC there. You can see that they're up in all charge too.
They're pretty close to ult charge, I would say.
Yeah, so the big thing here is going to be whether or not they can now stave off the Nano Blade. As you can see, Queen's already has
My ultimate is
Nano
charged.
boost from Ana, and Genji's ultimate is at 70%.
I have your back.
So,
You're powered up. Get in there.
Interesting. Just trying to disrupt the Tigers.
yeah, they actually did get a good value as they were before after that. And now they're just taking a lot of space. Soldier is pretty much
Ana, Thompson got a nice sleep dart on the Winston as he was
very clean fight from CC. You can see the soldier there just getting a blunt.
Get out of my way, or I'll run.
Completely uncontested. So
Michaksu getting important picks on the
Yeah.
squishy people for Queens. That was a very nicely held fight. They endured those ultimates. I mean, although there were only a couple ultimates used.
Pardon.
Hopefully our mic sensitivities aren't too high here, but let's see.
so they do have the blade long here. However,
Oh,
so there's the
that's
Widow
big.
headshot. They now probably want to capitalize on that as much as they can.
Yeah, they're gonna hopefully
There's
catch
the
us.
Genji, but Lucio has his ult.
Heretic.
However, it doesn't look like it's going to matter. Genji gets a huge amount of value off of it.
Yeah.
Genji goes down.
We have Strength Tiger. Michaksu hanging in there, trying to keep that, trying to keep it in there, trying to stall, give him some time to come back, but not able to do it.
Yeah, I mean, that was... You generally don't hold the first point against
That's
Nami
true.
Genji.
Just trying to get a pick, I guess,
Yeah,
would
you
be his
really-
objective there.
Yeah, as soon as the Widow got a pick there, it was...
Almost over, yeah.
My ultimate is ready. Objective A captured. New defense point. Objective B.
They're really just gonna use the same strategy here on the second point. I think, their Widow getting a pick right away with the headshot on Ana.
critically for CC, they need to maintain control.
And, ooh.
Another Widow.
Oh my.
Oh, that was a Tiger.
That was a really nice
Could
play.
potentially pull it back. It's going to depend on whether or not they can move past the Widow. Doesn't look like it's going to get killed. Let's see if the soldier manages to pull it back.
Heretic.
Oh, actually, no. Back to carrying around the high ground. I feel like just everything.
Alright, well, Queen's got the first tick on that point, but they have 4 more minutes to get the next 2. They're going to have to get the whole point in order to stay alive in this match.
CC's already ahead on time. That was a really good fight from Jack to jump on the back line, separate the line, just gave it some time. And as well as their team.
Yeah, Swanky Tiger there got 2 kicks and 50 back. Really important. Heretic using Nano Blade, both Genji's using Nano Blade.
However, it looks like the Widow has set up some tanks for a lot, as well as a team kill, so it's unlikely
Yeah.
CC is going to be able to touch.
And that's going to be
Pretty
round.
standard first round of Horizon, really. CC's got a bit of a better time, but not by that much, so let's see how teams adapt to strategies here for this second round.
2-2.
Brothers? How do you say that?
Brothers.
I might know who that is, actually. Who's attacking first here? Queens is attacking
Yeah,
first,
Queens
right?
has less time, so they're going to be going in first.
They have just under 3.5 minutes to capture. I mean, they want to capture both points.
Yeah, so
their
really
goal.
critically here for CC. It doesn't actually look like Queens is going to be switching up their comp that much. But CC's biggest goal here is to not get rolled over. So if they lose the first point in the first fight quickly, the enemy team will go in with ultimates to the second point before they get theirs. And that can be an easy way to swing a fight. So that's CC's going to be trying to avoid that here.
Primarily by staying alive and contesting the first point.
Yeah, exactly. And just making sure that you get instant damage and charge your ults before they can take it, or, I mean, I guess also holding it. But
yeah, I mean, that's the ideal.
with the enemy Widow, it's gonna be difficult.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Hi. 감사. Policy creep.
Widow again trying to get an early pick on Tigers, which would really open up the fight for the team.
Walking off.
Should be on the high ground. Yeah. And yeah, I mean he's going to. He has 83% right now.
So here,
Walking off.
as they will have a nano.
Yeah,
They just got the Genji. That was the best line.
however, he did use that blade to as well.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely once the Genji goes, maybe forcing them to use all those ults really good because now they're not going to
Yeah, they'll have the Winston and the Diva ultimates, but you know they're going to try to use those to just prevent CC from really reestablishing the defense. CC having Diva bomb prevent any kind of
Watch your backside.
dead CC off. Trying to, but it really
Yeah, so they're
not looking
really
pretty. Yeah, she's getting some really important picks throughout this, but Genji's also.
completely uncontested.
Yeah,
So.
that's true.
Complete.
And unfortunately, you know, they really want to control like Genji either. He was getting a lot of.
2.
Yeah,
A
the
lot of
Genji
damage.
Widow, really their dive there was just quite good, and CC wasn't prioritizing its targets correctly.
Now CC will have 5 minutes and 5 seconds to try to accomplish what Queens just did.
Yeah.
If they do capture both points, does that go into a sudden death, or is that a draw?
So if CC takes both points as well, if they do it in overtime, then Queens is just going to try to push, and if they get a single take of the first point,
Okay.
Queens wins. If they do it in not overtime, they're going to get at least a minute
Okay.
to also push back for a third round.
However, if CC doesn't get both points, they lose this match, correct?
Yes.
Well, they have the time, and it's just a matter of making the most of it.
Yeah, we'll see if they can kind of refine their dive here a little bit. Get the target prioritization they've been looking for.
Yo, greetings.
What's up, Rocco Rotini? I see that's your Twitch name. I know who you are. Big Case Man is right here, doing some commentary. We're trying to take this dub. You know, the Tigers are trying their hardest here, but Queens University has really done a great job. You know, just starting to come together.
Yeah, coordinating their team mostly and making sure their Widow has enough space have been their big.
However, their Widow is now a Honda on defense. So that'll be interesting to see if Mercy can get as many picks on Hanzo as getting on hopefully, can avoid that by down. Looks like we're getting a decent amount of value out of that.
going to live.
I am claiming the objective.
Tiger's gonna have to capture something pretty quickly if you want to capture point, but it didn't really work there. Oh gosh, Hanzo doing a lot of work for Queens right now. Oh my gosh, Hanzo just getting pick after pick. Honestly, it's not looking good for the Tigers this match. They have time.
It's a laser focus in on getting a single pick, focusing on a single target,
Get
and
back
getting
in.
good value off of the soldier. Also, he really needs to position on the
Tactical
high
visor ready for deployment.
and that's hopefully going to sweep them this point. However, they also have to
I'm claiming this objective.
tricky for some secret advantage here.
Niv, I mean, getting gets both
After they use the ult, looks like it's
Hello.
yeah, and I noticed, you know, Mitrax was calling out Junkrat, but just yelling his name. But Junkrat was getting a lot of and was very mobile during that time. He was down at the bottom focusing Winston, and then all of a sudden he, you know, concussioned up to the top tier and picked off both of our DPS players with his ult.
Definitely, I think this match highlights that if they're going to take down these high level slightly separate, that monkey was by himself. The pharmacist
Diva's in by herself right now. You know, they haven't really, you've touched on this a lot, but they just really haven't focused on any one person.
There we can finally take on the Junkrat. This opens up. They're down a lot of damage.
They really need to get that on.
Dives in here and goes for the ult. They could find
I need healing. Огонь по готовности.
Yeah, but
60 seconds.
RKT getting more, but getting killed by the Hanzo. I mean, Hanzo is just getting picks every single time he needs to.
Yeah.
And not really being punished at all. I mean, he's not really doing much to be punished. He's not really pushing up very far. He's getting picks from afar. He's just really impressive with his shot placement, honestly.
Yeah. Their Huns, I mean, their players are just good players.
Yeah.
So CC really just needs, or they have needed to just work on their target prioritization
30 seconds
and
remaining.
communication, it seems like.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a couple instances where a single call out or a single pick would have swung the tide of the fight.
Tiger's not really having enough time here to,
Yeah, you can get an extra 30 seconds after you cap points. If
Yeah.
they can manage to cap here,
you get a pick on the
they have
chaser.
points to go.
Justice rains from above.
Not finding getting stunned.
A Weddick.
Hanzo getting Mitrax is trying to hang in with the supports, but yeah, I mean, doing the best he can do in this situation, but it's a very bad situation he was in. And that's going to be the match for Queen's University, the Golden GAELS, as they're going by. Yeah, that was just, I mean, it was really clean by Queens,
Play
I would
of
say.
the game.
Play the game here. Sorry.
Огонь по готовности.
They grab, getting Diva, getting Mercy, charged up to 75 plus. Transport, soldier, just
Very good
ripping him.
round from Queens
Yep.
there. Oop, sounds like we're doing some subs, so I'm gonna be right back and take a look.
All right, yeah. Thanks for all your helpful insight, Max.
Expected.
All right, well, Max just capped up like everything. There's not really much more I can say about that match. You guys saw it for yourself. You heard what Max was saying. There's not much more to it than that, you know. Queens is just really doing a good job starting to come together as a team. You know, we learned this was their first time playing together. I don't know. I don't know exactly who's more experienced and who's not on their team, but you saw the first couple matches there. They weren't really very coordinated. They were just losing almost every team fight to our Tigers, but they figured out a comp that works for them. And so far, you know, the Tigers haven't quite been able to figure out how to counter in the time required. I'm not sure what they're going to be playing next. Also, don't know how many more matches they're playing. I'm guessing this next one's probably the last match. It is now 8:30, and this is supposed to be over around 9. Rialto. Marco, you coming in to talk with us? Awesome. All right, we got Marco in here. This is Pensworth playing Soldier during that last match. Joining us for the stream here.
Hey, how's it going?
So, Marco, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm Pensworth, Marco. I was just playing Soldier, which is one of my main played heroes.
Yeah.
That's about all I play.
Freshman here at CC, right?
Yes, first year. This is
first
my first year.
Yeah. Going into our second block, you excited?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it's been a good time so far.
Yeah, enjoying it.
Yeah, definitely.
Enjoying being a part of the program, being part of the team.
Yep.
Yeah.
School as well as the Esports club.
Awesome.
And
awesome.
Overwatch team.
It's really cool. It's cool to me that, you know, now we have this program that's established with this lab, and now you're coming in. It's your first semester here at CC, and this is just here for you to just join. You can just throw yourself right in.
Yeah, for sure. There was so many like game options to
Yeah.
choose from.
Hard to
at
pick.
least like, yeah, hard to pick. Like I barely ended up on Overwatch because I haven't played for a long time. So
Yeah.
But I made the decision to.
What were
get
the
back
other
on
games
there.
you were?
What was that?
What other games were you thinking about?
So, well, as far as here, like, well, as you already know, I play Rocket League. A
yeah,
little bit.
I
used
haven't gotten to play with you yet.
Yeah, I know.
Play sometime.
The controller issue's a big one.
Yeah.
I played Rocket League, so that was also like something I considered. I've been playing a lot of League because I have a lot of friends that actually play that.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not as good in League, but I still find it fun. So, it could have been. Actually, at first, I was supposed to join the League team, but then I talked to Henry, and here I am.
Nice. Yeah, Henry does a really good job. Like his enthusiasm for Overwatch and for the team is kind of contagious. Honestly.
Yeah, for sure. He's a great leader.
He is a great leader, and we're gonna be sad to lose him after this year. But
fortunately,
we have a lot of
out
great
for this block.
players. Yeah, and he's out. Yeah, he's in where is he? Greece.
Yes,
I believe.
Greece.
Yeah, he's in Greece right now. Henry, what's up in Greece? If you're watching, you're probably not. You're probably doing some awesome things in Greece, Greek things, like, what are some Greek things? I don't know. I don't want to get
I feel
too.
like you should know this.
Yeah, I don't know. He's probably having a great time though. We're gonna be playing our next map on Rialto.
Greek mythology. I love Greek mythology.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with the map. I've played on it once or twice.
It's a interesting map.
Is it control point or is it hybrid?
It's what's it called? Yeah.
It is hybrid. Okay, that's.
It should be.
Oh, is
yeah,
it?
It's payload.
Payload. Okay, it's just payload. Okay. Who's playing for Queens? Same team they had last time. It looks like Edzu, Achilles, NRRC, Narc. I want to say Narc, but it's really.
It really does look like Narc.
Then again, we have Arcade.
CC, now we have the full.
Going into
the starter squad.
Yeah, the starter squad. Maple's back in, right?
As well as Trigger Free.
Yeah, Trigger Free's back in. Was Trigger Free not in that last match?
No, I subbed in for him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is the squad we had in during the first match,
First
I believe.
2 games, yeah.
Yeah, the first 2 games where we swept them. So we'll see.
Let's see if we have similar luck.
Yeah, let's see if the progression Queens has made throughout these matches of really coming together as a unit, figuring things out, figuring out their coordination. Let's see how that stacks up against our most coordinated roster.
Yeah, maybe out of these last 2 wins, they're gonna get enough confidence to maybe pull through in these next matches.
Yeah, I mean, I would say they easily could. They really were doing a great job in those last 2 matches, honestly. There were some good fights, but they really just were punishing us with those snipes, punishing us with their units as well. Looks like
now we see Trigger Free back on Lego, which, in my opinion, he did a great job first.
Have Maple, who was in here for the last couple matches, talking with us. Now in here playing Hammond as he does so well. We'll see if he'll be able to really just disrupt Queens enough to prevent them from being able to do what they've done the last couple matches.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys actually discussed that or not, but yeah, at least in there we were talking about how they weren't dealing with the Hammond very well, so that might have been their issue. So hopefully they have better luck with it. Get some better coordination to actually.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, something that I was talking about earlier in those last matches was that we were doing a nice job just targeting, you know, communicating, coordinating on deciding on a target and actually coming together on that target at once to take him out. So that's, you know, one reason that their Widow and Hanzo were able to do so much damage throughout the matches. So it'd be interesting to see this unit is going to be able to do that. Max being in there, being able to help with the communication. I hear a countdown going on in there or something. That's big. Yeah, Mercy only trigger free. But at the same time, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yep. And you notice, even if Maple doesn't kill that Widowmaker there, just his presence, you know, being back there with the Widowmaker, preventing her from being able to get some kind of pick on a player is big.
Definitely a great distraction. Just getting the Wiggle to not scope in at the
Yeah, they have a Widow and a Hanzo right now, so unfortunately, Maple but, you know, as you saw, Hanzo, Heretic there, got a good pick on Trigger Free, who hasn't really been able to accomplish much as he's just been getting killed by their snipers. Doctor here trying to get some. Well,
Once more into the breach.
looks like Queens is doing a pretty good job holding this choke point. See, the Tigers weren't quite able to get the checkpoint. You know,
they're just there.
They're just short. Queens trying to push back the payload, prevent them from getting that checkpoint. Hopefully, though, Tigers are going to be able to come together and get it. See Maple just going in, doing what he does best, popping up the whole team. That little ground pound, that's all I saw. Trying to get that Zarya. Maybe going to get Reinhardt, yeah. I was looking at our Zarya falls. That's a good push by the Tigers. They got the checkpoint. They're going to try to get around the corner before Queens can step back up. Choke, but it looks like they're already there, actually.
They're just going to position themselves. Meanwhile,
Here I am.
set for the next big fight.
RKT waiting for a moment to get some kind of hack. I don't know, who do you think he would target?
The Reinhardt. Reinhardt's definitely good.
For sure. Takes down the shield, right?
Yeah, take down the shield. Can't dash out.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Hammers down. Move it out. Somehow wasn't able to knock anybody off. Yeah. But does a lot of damage, gets him off the point. Heretic there trying to contest, but obviously Hanzo alone in the midst of a whole team can't really survive for very long. Trigger Free trying to get pick here. GAELS. I guess I can call them. They're going by the gold GAELS. Yeah, RKT. That's really. Oh, did he? Got a body shot. Yeah, that's really a huge thing for, oh my gosh, Maple on Hammond. what a joy to watch. Yeah, bounce is ball, but oh my gosh. Yep. He knows just when he needs to pull back.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Powered up right now. Yeah, no doubt. With that ultimate trigger free, that's a pick on Mercy only, which is huge. Winning that sniper battles gonna be, pretty important. Although I wouldn't be surprised if their Widowmaker switches off the Widow here on this left. Although they basically are out of time. Tigers are looking like they're going to win this fight. They're 1.43 meters from capturing the last checkpoint. Queens is surviving though. They're contesting. Oh yeah, no, definitely. They're doing a good job staying on point as well. Now we have an advantage for Queens. They actually clear the Tigers off the point.
They're gonna pull through, and here CC's gonna back up and just get another.
That's an impressive hold by Queens there. They were, less than 2 meters away from capturing that point.
Unfortunately, CC's not gonna have much. Probably just like
My ultimate is charging.
maybe Winston might.
Yeah, and you notice that Mercy only did switch off to Widow during that last hold. Switched off to Doom Force to get some disruption going on. Got off. Back to the sniper. Maple getting a kill on Moira, which is big. Primary as well.
Get to you. You're powered up. Get in there.
Especially on hand.
He gets damage boost, gets more heals, and they didn't even have to kill all of the Queens players to get that push. They just, pushed them all off the point. Maple doing what he does. Yeah.
You think you got him, but then nope.
Yep.
He gets nano boosted, right back up.
So Colorado College finished off that payload stretch with 1 minute 52 seconds to go. Now Queens will have a chance to do even better. Obviously they're going to try to get all the way. If they don't get all the way, then the Tigers will win, right? They have to capture all checkpoints. If they do capture all the checkpoints, they'll have however much time they had remaining when they do so, if any, on the next round that they get.
Although if they do go into the next round, CC doesn't have that much time. 1 minute 52 seconds isn't that.
Yeah.
It's all that much, so maybe Queens can make a comeback out of this.
Interesting. We have Mercy only playing Zarya. They don't have any sniper. They have a Doomfist now, a Sombra. Interesting comp there. Looks like they're going for kind of what CC's been doing. They're going for some disruption.
Sure.
I mean, that's a relatively similar comp to what
Attackers incoming
not
in
really, I
30
guess.
seconds.
They had the Sombra, which is what CC used on this map. I wonder if is that common on this map to use Sombra? Because both teams on attack have now pulled out a Sombra.
I'm not completely sure, but I wouldn't say necessarily it's like a must pick for this map. It's just like they're really prioritizing here.
5, 4,
Dog,
3,
dog,
2,
just waiting to
1. Attackers
go to the
incoming.
pound.
Always leave yourself to stop the
Put
payload.
down the pound. I don't know. I'm trying to get some kind of wordplay here. I'm not doing a good job today with the wordplay. I usually have some nice fun throughout a stream. I haven't really had it good. Sorry about that, guys. Try to get my daughter to Arcade's fine. Yeah, which is why it's quite Yeah,
the two
I mean,
snipers.
and what's important to note is that Queens just wasn't even on them. They weren't even anywhere in the picture. That's gonna be really important for Queens to get somebody back there distracting or hopefully killing CC's snipers. I mean, hopefully for us being on the side of CC, they would. Oh wow!
Yeah,
Did
he got
just...
the. Yep, he got the pull right into the.
Wow.
I wasn't paying attention, but I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure it was.
It's looking the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, there's nowhere else to go there with that environmental.
He's probably gonna try it again. Probably
yeah.
have to be more careful about it.
Oh, he got him again!
Oh, he got him again!
Oh my gosh! Michoxi with his
crazy.
second environmental kill on the Reinhardt in 2 lives, just 30 seconds apart. Gets the
and guess
gets
what?
That orb
Third time
pulls him into the river.
Oh, that one's a little off the mark.
It's an ideal spot for Michoxi to stay, but you know all that has to happen is somebody has to get behind him there.
Pulls back up, goes down on the
They got past the bridge.
Огонь по готовности.
They're not able to capitalize on it, actually.
Wow. Getting one
pretty even, all the CC's definitely pulling through.
Yeah, RKT and Maple staying alive, contesting. Michoxu's still hanging out, trying to find things. Edzu's like one shot and falls. Michoxu. Heretic using. Oh gosh. 3 kills.
Able to find 3, and they're just gonna finish off Maple here. And Queens does come off on top.
Maple gets taken down by Azaria. We'll see how far Queens get before they get contested. Sugar Free with a nice pick on Ana, yeah. Trying to get a pick on Pizza.
Heal me. Heal me.
Sugar Free trying to get a pick here, but hanging back. Yeah, he does. Can't single anyone out. His shot's also just being blocked by the shields. Gets taken out by Heretic. Heretic is starting to get some good picks. Yeah.
All of their time, they're pretty good on time.
Yeah, just 2.5 minutes about, and they're roughly halfway through the map. That free cam scared me. I thought somebody was falling off for a second. You see the Tigers are setting up on high ground, looking to just dive in now. Maple throwing the ult down.
And like I said, those
oh, that's a nice grab by Crystal.
should be able to finish off our
Yep. That's a really good push by Queens. I mean.
And they will be able to reach the checkpoint here.
Looks like it, yep. No one to contest. That's the second checkpoint. They get an extra 2 minutes now, I guess, to capture the 3rd point. So they're at 3 minutes. Now the Tigers had a minute 52 seconds. How much time Queens has. I suspect they're not going to do it quite as quickly as the Tigers do. Well, see how Heretic handles the blade. Yeah. They can. Oh, getting 2 kills with that blade. 3. Yeah, 2 kills. Oof. That was a really clean.
Definitely a clean fight for them.
Yeah. Tigers need to make sure they don't start trickling in, or else it's just gonna fall apart for them. They need to
come up with a strategy to deal with the Genji definitely, because the last few fights
Green Maple both down on point. RKT getting both their tanks at that. That's huge. That's a really huge retire. Choxu, Maple back there trying to terrorize his supports. Gets the Ana. Maple might be a little overextended right now, and he decided the same thing. Pull back over there. True. It's hard for him to overextend. So they're gonna set up at this further choke point to try to keep them from getting to the point at all. Green Queens has 2 more minutes, so that's time for another 3 pushes-ish. Sombra back there, probably gonna try to. Actually, I think her ult got stuck. Arcade Vegeta, free falling to Winston. Tigers are doing a good job here at this checkpoint, but they need to make sure they stay together and don't overextend. Their tanks are starting to get pretty far up there. They might want to just fall back and hold the choke. Yeah. And Maple does fall up there to Achilles after getting Zarya. Yeah, Choxy making a smart decision, pulling back now that he's alone, but it might be too late. But he survives. Hammond probably on his way back right about now. Needs to get back here to make sure that Queens can't regroup on this point.
60 seconds.
And he is about to get a blade right now, so that's something
that Oh, that rape tire though gets 3, but didn't get Heretic, who also got 3 kills. Yuchaksu and RKT are alone on point. Or, no, Edzu's alone on point. Where did Genji get killed? I didn't see him. Okay, I didn't think he died. I was. Yeah, oh, he got him. Nice. Yeah, so now we have the DPS of the Tigers trying to hold back the Queens. Yeah, they have 15 seconds. They need to get onto this point, push it pretty far. So this looks like the Tigers might have a successful defense here. Might actually pull this off.
Yeah.
Definitely in their favor.
It's like a lot of times it gets very disappointing.
Yeah. Everyone just said they were checking on the point.
The Maple with this pick should be a very good use.
They need to get Heretic and Edzu off that point, but Edzu pops his ult to stay alive. Gets left on point.
At least it was on point.
This actually, I don't know, the Tigers have the advantage, but the Queens is doing a good job in keeping this alive. Yeah, CC needs to make sure they really target somebody here. I would say they need to target Winston now, but they get grab, left on point again, but still alive. Charge. Wow, another blade. And, oh gosh, yeah, Queen's doing a great job right now. They actually have a shot at winning this, at least capturing the 3rd point. CC kind of, I don't want to say they threw it away because they might be able to pull this off, but they really should have had it back in the last kill. Wow.
Nice. They were able to push them off the payload.
Yeah.
And just end the game right there. Very nice.
That's impressive. I was getting really nervous there. Queens was looking like they were doing a great job staying coordinated on that point.
I personally thought they were gonna have it.
I thought they were gonna have it too. Definitely. Oh, good job. Good by the Tigers on defense. Getting that was nice. Triple kill, but it wasn't enough because it didn't get Heretic there, who got at least 3 kills during that also with the ultimate.
I was able to even them out for the 3 kills that the Genji got on the Genji blade.
Was that the last match?
I believe we have one more.
One more? Yeah, it is 9.
True. Or at least the plan was, now was out there, was one more. Maybe there's a...
Give me a second.
To be fair, yeah, best of 5, I guess. Oh no, next up is Numbani. They want the revenge.
They want it. We're going to end on a win here, I think. Oh, they said next up is Numbani, but I think we're going to call it quits here. We plan to have this end at 9 o'clock. We went from 7 to 9. We played 5 games. We took 3 of them. We took the first 2. Queens took the next 2, and we took the last one with our starting lineup back in. Those are all really good games against Queens for sure. Saw a lot of development coming with the Queens team and saw the differences in our rosters kind of also. with this. So yeah, we had 4 guest players come in, I think. Thank you, Marco, for coming in here and talking with us.
Thank you guys for having me.
Of course.
It's definitely a pleasure being
Yeah, I think we're probably going to start doing stuff like this pretty often.
It's definitely
And
fun.
1 week, viewers, I think we have our first match for the TESPA preseason. So that's stay tuned. I forget what time it's going to be exactly, but we'll announce it on all the social media, the Discord, everything. That'll be an actual like organized match through TESPA against some other school, which we don't know who we're playing it. But yeah, it's going to be really exciting. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching.